Hey everyone, hope you're well. Today I want to show you all the changes that have been made to some of Halo Infinite's weapons, at least the ones we've seen so far, and also talk about the weapon damage types coming to Infinite that will ultimately help define the weapon sandbox going forward, ensuring each weapon feels unique and fun to use. In the latest Inside Infinite update, FIFA 3's sandbox team shared with us several close-up images of some of the weapons we'll be seeing in Halo Infinite, and as the majority of you would now know, these images were nothing short of awesome, thanks to the clear visual upgrade on all the weapons. FIFA 3's sandbox team also acknowledged the fact that in terms of Halo's weapon sandbox, less is more, making sure Infinite stays true to Halo's roots. And with FIFA 3's new weapon philosophy, where they are improving upon pre-existing damage types, I'm sure they'll do just that. Anyway, I'll go into more detail in regards to the weapon damage types later in the video, but now let's take a look at all the changes made to the Halo Infinite weapons we've seen so far. Let's get into it. Starting off with the Needler, and just wow, how gorgeous does that look? Maybe gorgeous isn't the word to use here, but it does look fantastic. And if we take a look at its most recent version, seen in Halo 5, you can clearly see what I'm talking about. This isn't to say that Halo 5's version is poor in any means, but it just lacked that vibrant colour, which thankfully Infinite has, which was a great design choice by FIFA 3 to go back to the glossy, vibrant blue and pink. The detail on the Needler is unreal, and I know it's just a work in progress in engine render, but it'd still be quite close to what we see in game. Hell, even the crystals look amazing on the Infinite Needler. But something interesting I've noticed is that there seems to be no ADS on the Needler compared to Halo 5's, which has a small holographic emitter, enabling the Needler to aim down sights. You should be seeing this circled on the screen right now, but I'm 99% sure Infinite's Needler won't have aim down sights. Just another change FIFA 3 made. I think it's easy to see just how much the Needler has changed when compared to Halo 5's version. And with that said, I honestly think it's still a good design, but just lacking those vibrant colours usually associated with the Needler. Every Halo game to date has had an awesome Needler, but dare I say that Infinite's is the best iteration of the Needler we've ever seen. Let me know if you feel the same way. The assault rifle, or should I say the MA40, has undergone a few changes since we last saw it in the July reveal. Now, besides the terrible lighting, many people complained that the assault rifle looked very dull and plastic-like, which is where people noticed little to no wear and tear on the weapon. However, can I just say that from this in-engine render, they've fixed all those issues. In the demo, the AR appeared to be one bland colour. That has now changed, the colour breakup helping tremendously. It now has some light shades mixed in, and of course the yellow coloured stripe. Simple things like that just make it look way better, and gets it closer to the Reach assault rifle. Plus the added weathering here really brings out all the details on the rifle, which is awesome to see. So credit to FIFA 3. They've taken the feedback from the community to heart and drastically improved Halo Infinite's AR. The BR75, which is Halo Infinite's version of the BR, looks even better close up, and it's obvious to see that more detail has gone in after its 1-second snippet in the Halo Infinite July trailer. I think it was just the lighting that made it seem flat at the time, which makes sense, and if I'm honest, it still looked great. Regardless, just like the other weapons, the BR has received a visual upgrade with plenty of detail on show and added weathering. There seems to be quite some emphasis on the rails, which could indicate some attachments for the BR, but I think we'll find out about that soon. Safe to say the BR looks amazing, just itching to test it out. The Bulldog, just like the other weapons, has received a nice visual upgrade, with FIFA 3 also describing the Bulldog as an exciting new shotgun with fast firing and fast loading capabilities. FIFA 3 going to say, "We wanted to have a shotgun that was not a power weapon. The Bulldog is a versatile weapon that provides the player the role of a shotgun and up-close playstyle more frequently in multiplayer than previous Halo titles, as it is lower on the lethality scale of weapons and is thus more prevalent. Similar to that, we wanted a shotgun that embraces the rapid fire, dish out multiple shots quickly. That's where the Bulldog excels." In my opinion, this leaves room for the classic shotgun to return post-launch. Of course, the argument is there that it could work alongside the Bulldog just fine. Anyway, the Bulldog looks pretty kick-ass here, and I have to say the weapon has really grown on me. Seeing how good it looks here has made me appreciate it a lot more. It has some light shades mixed in similar to the AR, and also has a rail system which again could indicate attachments. Honestly, at this stage, I think that makes the most sense, considering the rails are on most of the UNSC weapons seen so far. All in all, the Bulldog is an exciting new weapon created to fill a gap in the sandbox, ushering in more close quarters combat. Let's hope it's fun to use. The Commando is another new weapon coming to Halo Infinite, that was presented to us during the July campaign reveal. And now here we've got an updated image of it. The general colour scheme is the same here, just with added weathering, which looks really great on the weapon. Seeing some of the paint chipped off and worn down is actually pretty cool to see. Again, we see rails here, surprise surprise, but honestly there's not much that's been altered on the Commando since we've last seen it, which makes sense of course. Finally, we've got the heavily transformed Hydra, which was first introduced in Halo 5. Now, 343 have completely changed the design of the Hydra, going for a rougher look with less curves, and at the same time, making the overall design quite simplistic. Halo 5's Hydra, in my opinion, was over-designed, with far too many unnecessary details, which is why it looks so complicated. With that said, I was still a big fan of the Hydra and how it worked, just now the Hydra actually looks like a UNSC weapon with far higher detail. But yet, it's still simple and easy to look at. I do, however, see how it looks similar to the AR in terms of shape, which leads me to the one thing I think was lost in the new design, which was its distinct and iconic silhouette. Not a huge thing, but still when you saw Halo 5's Hydra, you knew what it was, whereas the silhouette for Infinite's Hydra looks like a clunky AR. Again, I still very much prefer this new design and the awesome black and grey colour scheme, so some huge changes for the Hydra for sure. Now for Halo Infinite, 343 are improving upon the pre-existing damage types, focusing a lot of time to achieve stronger weapon individuality. The Sandbox team expanded quite heavily on this. Here's what they had to say. Halo has always had damage types to some degree from the very beginning. Early on, when we were planning on sandbox areas to improve, damage types was one of the feature sets that the weapons team decided to really go after. We felt that in order to achieve stronger weapon identity than previous titles, having another category of attributes that we can fold into our designs creates a stronger choice for players. For example, if we had the damage type system in Halo 4 when the light rifle was created, instead of having the DMR and light rifle be similar, minus different visual effects and damage tuning, we would have weapon traits unique to the light rifle because it shoots hard light. Rather, all hard light weapons would have unique attributes to them that aren't shared with your typical UNSC weaponry, or what we call kinetic damage type weapons. Players should now have stronger choices presented to them. Instead of using the weapon that you like because of how it shoots or handles, in Halo Infinite you might want to grab a certain weapon because of how it affects other players, the environment, or vehicles. In essence, the ambition for damage types is to better integrate weapon types, ammo types, faction tech, etc. into the gameplay loops in a way that is easily understood by the player. That way, the player can make better combat decisions based on the scenario. In addition to further clarity and purpose to the legacy damage types, i.e. kinetic and plasma, the team has also been pursuing new surprises for players that we are eager to talk about in the months ahead. It honestly sounds like 343 are doing a great job innovating the damage type system, and I'm glad to hear that there's so much passion behind the project, ensuring that each weapon is unique and fun to use for every player. I'll give a few examples of some weapons and their damage types really quickly. The Ravager is a plasma-based weapon that falls under the launcher category and has a burst function. The Commando is a kinetic tactical rifle and is automatic. And finally, the Bulldog is a kinetic shotgun with its feature being spread. That's the damage types we've seen so far in the demo, but it's something not many know about. Nonetheless, I'm excited to see more of the damage types for the rest of the weapons in Halo Infinite. I think it's safe to say that 343 have done a great job with their new weapon philosophy, and just seeing all the updates to these weapons is making me so damn hyped for the game. Bring on the next update. Alrighty guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Let me know if you like all the changes made to Infinite's weapons or if there's anything you dislike. I hope this news has given you something to get excited about, at least for now. If you guys would like to join my Discord, you'll find the link in the description, along with my Twitter, if of course you'd like to follow me there too. Anyway fam, thanks so much for watching, please like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to support me that little bit extra. Thanks guys, have a good one.